Okay, so let's try 4 more. Say I want sine inverse and negative 1/2 and cosine inverse and negative 1/2. So again, I'm going to start off with my chart, and I'm going to say, okay, sine is 1/2 at pi over 6. So my answer should be a maybe pi over 6, except at pi over 6, which is there, sine is positive. So don't forget my range of sine only is these parts. So I can either look at the pi over 6 here or the pi over 6 down here, and sine is negative down here. So down here, pi over 6 away, I would get a negative 1/2. And since my range of sine is negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, it's just going to be negative pi over 6. I don't even have to go all the way around. I can just subtract it and say, well, negative pi over 6. So again, that's true for sine and tan. If you're getting a negative in the inside, negative in the domain, it's just going to be a negative out in the range. Cosine is a little bit different. So cosine, if I want a 1/2, I know it's going to be pi over 3, something pi over 3. So my cosine, though, goes from 0 to pi. Cosine is positive here, but negative here. So I'm looking for the pi over 3, because that's what give me the 1/2, the pi over 3 that exists over here. So somewhere up here we'll say, well, this is pi, and we want pi over 3 away from it. So we're going to say 3 pi over 3 minus pi over 3 would be 2 pi over 3. So this would be 2 pi over 3, because that would give me a negative cosine, and it would lie in my range. So let's do the bottom two, and we'll actually make this a negative 1 just to make it a little bit more interesting. So what tan gives me 1, and again, I may not know that, so I'm going to go back to my chart. It's sine over cosine, so we already saw tan of pi over 3 was square root of 3. And from an earlier one, square root of 2 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2, well, anything divided by itself is 1. So pi over 4. So we know we want this to be pi over 4. Some sort of pi over 4. And for tan, again, the range is just this part. It's kind of like sine. It's negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. And so we want the pi over 4 down here. And since we're looking just at the negatives, it's literally just negative pi over 4. Because that would be pi over 4 away going this way. Okay, sine inverse of 4. Well, we can't get that. If I look at it in a circle, the highest my y ever get is 1. So this is out of my domain. It's not in negative 1 to 1, which we said was my domain. So we call this. So if you do get something out of your domain, it is just undefined. You don't even got to do any work for it. Okay.